Alright, so I bring to your attention the Smart Invoice Suite V2.0 that I built for schools all across the world. So here is the main invoice interface. Here you get to enter the school details, including logo, school name, address, and registration details. Here you get to enter recipient's account details for the school. So it's looking clean because no invoice has been raised. So here you scroll in between invoices. As you can see, it's built to over 2,000 different invoice. So let's go straight to the invoice database section where invoices are created. Now here you get to load invoice directly into it. So let's try one. You come here, you click on the record keeping lab, you click on search and load students. So there is a section for student database where student database are usually collected from. So we'll load a student using the student 3-letter words. Alright, so we'll load a student, boom, we click on it and it loads. Alright, so there's a warning there, I've not chosen the right cell, so let's do that again. Alright, so it loads. One time it loads, and as you can see, as it has loaded, it's also giving us the everything that we need to enter about the student, including the date of raising the invoice. Now we go to product section, you click on products, we can enter school fees here, and we'll enter, let's just say 1, and the next products we can enter for the next product, and so on. So it goes on and on and on and on. So that is it. And for this invoice that we are trying to raise, I want to show you something. Here has a link. For this link, after raising an invoice, you come here, you click on generate and save PDF. Immediately you do that, it will generate the invoice PDF link that you can send to parents directly on the roll number of that particular invoice. So that is what this does for you. Alright, so we'll come straight back to the invoice. So you see that the invoice is raised and clean, showing us due dates for payment and everything. Alright, so we can scroll down of this invoice and see what we have. The amount payable is telling us pending because the invoice is raised today. So once it exceeds the due date, it will flag it as overdue. Now we'll come to the student database section. The student database section uses a Google form pipeline to autofill student details, into this database. As you provide a link to that form to parents as a field, it populates here for the school administrator to use. Now for the product listing, this section will monitor supplies like such things as books, uniforms, and any other inventory that the school is actually keeping, with an auto quantity alert, to remind the school to restock. That is what it does. And we'll come straight here to the dashboard of the invoice. So here's a dashboard section, as you can see, showing us a summary of what we have raised within the term, payments that we receive, outstanding debts, debtors, and paid invoices and everything. So for this, no payment has been made. Now assuming we enter payment, it will immediately change. So let's see what happens as we enter payments. Let's try this. Let's do this. Okay, so we'll come here and we enter an amount. Let's say we enter 15. We enter 15. Right. I'm going to leave the other section because of time for this video. We'll go back to the dashboard. Let's see what we've got. So you can see it has automatically reflected what has been paid versus the total debt owed. And we have this section for purchases. For any item you purchase, you add them on this section to correspond with your inventory details. And here is the VAT. The VAT section is built all across the different standard of VAT collection in the world, the different rates. So whichever rates you think that belongs to where you are, you come here and click on it and select or set your VAT. So that is that for this invoice and how it works and how it can actually help schools to track debtors, track due date of payments, monitor inventory, and do a whole lot of things. There are a lot of features which I cannot really state now. So it's really an automated invoice that schools can actually make use of easily, and it will do a lot of things for them.